AJ Martinez, dreadfully awful. I can't say we've ever looked this bad. We were lucky the Ravens are no good, a.k.a. choked against us. But, Deke, we are not back. We are broken. So, in the words of Al Davis, just win, baby. No, we are back. We need to fix some shit, though. Like, we're 3-2. We're on top of the AFC North. Like, that does count. That all counts.
It just be confused because the way you talk, it
I'm
make
so
me feel
happy
like we
we
the
won.
worst team ever.
I'm so happy we won. And we got to thank God for the win, too, because there were some outside forces there that helped us.
What was the
Because
outside forces?
I'd rather
I'm
win than
listening, bro.
lose.
But what were the outside forces, bro?
Because we do watch the NFL here. Like, we're covering the NFL. And from what I know about the NFL is anything can change. Anything can happen week-to-week basis. It is the NFL. So I'd rather be sitting here 3-2 and then praying to God that, yes, this offense does turn around, we start clicking, and we're on our way rest of the season. But up to this point, Canada hasn't given us that history or that track record to make me so positive that that's going to happen. That's my thing.
That's understandable.
So I'd rather win. I'd rather win and just,
fair enough.
Okay, let's hope this thing turns around.
Fair enough. I was curious. I haven't followed it enough. I know you do like more of the global stuff, man. But Justin Fields in Chicago, right? Past 2 weeks, they've had a big uptick in their offense.
That was my big spiel going into this game. I was like, hey, you know what? Canada, he's not fired. He's here. We got to see the Bears do it with Fields and same coaches and all that.
So
why not? Why not this week?
But in all seriousness, though, that was one of those ones where it was like, dang, all right, it is possible. It is possible, right?
Absolutely. It's the NFL. Like I just said, it's the NFL.
And it wasn't just one time. It was multiple times that it did happen, even in their situation, which at times people have viewed as the
worse
worst.
than ours.
Right. But it still was possible, right? And in both of those games where we had that offensive explosion, they didn't win both of them, did they? They were 1-1 in them games.
Yeah. Russ comeback 2 weeks ago. Russ Broncos comeback.
So that's why I just kind of get confused with the situation.
But that's all we have to go off now. Is just like, okay, this is going to change. Like,
okay.
Right?
If that's the perception that you want to have, sure, that's where you can hang your hat on or hang hope on and go with that. Yeah, you can. I told you, I don't do that. I'm not big on the feelings part because as a player, you realize it's a lot of ebb and flow with football, with sports. A referee might call something. Game might get switched. Weather might be weird. Time it might hurt. Lady might not be rocking with you. It's a ton of stuff that happens. But you can't allow any of that to determine or dictate your preparation. And that's, for me, the same model that I keep even with this. I don't allow what the social media people might say or what the talking heads on TV might say. I just look at the tape and I trust what I've done as a professional, and that's why I roll with it, bro. That's it, man. I ain't saying this 100% right. I ain't saying it's 100% wrong. I'm just saying this got me where I am. So I lean on what I believe, the same way you lean on what you believe. So we good, baby.
That's all I have right now. Is okay. We keep Canada. I do believe in this personnel, and hey, this will just switch. It'll start clicking.
Has it ever failed you being a part of Steeler Nation yet?
Well, we had 7.
Has it ever failed you being a part of Steeler Nation yet? It's a simple yes or no.
Well,
no. That's context. I don't want context. It's just yes or no.
Well, here's the thing.
So you want to give context when it was a simple just yes or no. Have the Steelers
I'm trying to answer
failed you?
I would like some bigger winning recently.
So have we ever
over
been
5
in
or
the
6
last?
years.
So when have we been in the last week of the season and been irrelevant? When have playoffs not been on the table? No. Let's talk about it, right? 100%. If it's so daggone bad, right? If it's so daggone abysmal, if it's trash, if it's this, is that, and all this other jibber jabber, why is it that we have not had a last game in the season where playoffs weren't on the table yet? If it is that bad. Because if that's the case, baby, I'm completely off my rocker.
Objectively, no, that isn't bad. What
is the name of the game? Then why do we play football then? Why do you watch the game then? Why are we fans of this thing? Why does NFL rule a ton of our lives?
We're the Steelers. I mean, it's like the Yankees. It's like the Lakers for their respective leagues. Like we do hold ourselves to a higher standard. You can make a case that we've been more consistent than both of the franchises you just named. How many times can we talk about the Lakers not being relevant at the end of a season? The Yankees definitely ain't been relevant at the end of a couple of seasons. No,
When have we
they've
said
gone deeper in playoffs.
but they've went deeper. Okay, cool. We got 6 championships. We've all been deep in the playoffs. I'm talking specifically about if we go over the past 17 or how long Coach Tom been here, right? When the last time we've been irrelevant at the end of a season? And over that span, you look at the Yankees and look at the Lakers and tell me you can say the exact same thing. You cannot. So please explain to me, how is it? Oh my God, Doom Globe. This, like, yo, it's the same cast of characters. Canada been here. He been a part of this staff for multiple years. What am I missing? What am I missing? Outside of, if you have a Hall of Fame quarterback, it looks like this. If you don't have a Hall of Fame quarterback, it looks like this. Please explain to me what I'm missing.
You're pointing to pretty much everything I do have faith in for this thing to turn around outside of Canada, to be honest with you.
All right, well, there we have
the offense is the one thing I'm very much questioning.
Fair enough.
Because, yeah, Tomlin being around, yeah, we're going to be in it. That's why I thought we were going to win this game.
And we did.
We still my thing is the offense, though.
All right. I'm cool, bro.
That's my big question. Like, you think the offense is good enough then? It just hasn't been.
Just think about when you're speaking, right? You say, is the offense good enough? It hasn't been. And yet we just talked about all the winning in every situation that we're in.
But you keep bringing up context.
Process.
So the context within the game is the Ravens drop very elementary passes.
Very true. You can make a strong
Very
case for
elementary
that 100%.
passes. Because if they didn't do that, the game ends up being like the Texans last week. Now I do appreciate the fight that we had, both offensively and defensively.
Yes.
And sticking with it. I appreciate all that.
I do agree. And we're not saying that what you're seeing is acceptable. That's not the message. But what I am trying to explain is that we are seeing the progress if you allow yourself to see it. But if you have this preconceived notion that every single thing that takes place, if it's not a scoring play, is going to have a negative response, then we're wasting our time trying to even elaborate on it. And I know you're going to say, bro, I'm open, I'm listening to it. But my message has been the exact same since April, bro. And here we are having the exact same conversation as if something has magically changed. Nothing has changed, bro. But not everybody is ready to receive that just yet. It takes time to win in this league. We were very fortunate that we struck gold on Ben Roethlisberger and he stayed as long as he stayed. That makes offenses click a lot easier. That helps you adjust through changes in personnel and changes in coaching staff. Right now, that is the one thing that we do not have. So our offense is going to consistently look like how it's looking until, one, Kenny Pickett develops into the Ben Roethlisberger, or two, Matt Canada becomes a super genius overnight and can get the absolute most out of this quarterback every single week. As you can see, those are two extreme scenarios, bro. Now, we can act like that context doesn't matter, and you'll continue to feel like you feel and like a lot of people in the chat feel, and that's fine. But if you could actually just understand that context, which I've been trying to preach for a while, I do feel like it would help you to just appreciate what is taking place out there. Instead of looking to say why this is wrong, you start looking and saying, well, this is a benefit and we can start doing more of this. Instead of saying, whoa, man, we didn't do that. You say, bro, look at what we did do versus the person we did it to. But that's the perspective. It's no different between a pessimistic and an optimistic person, right? The optimistic person is going to be over here, bro, glass half full, man. We're going to make it. We all right. We're going to get up out of this situation. The pessimistic, bro, the sky is falling. It's crazy. Office is terrible. This is it, man. This is just unacceptable. We can't win like this. This is the worst office ever. You see the difference? It's the same thing we watching, though. It's just about the perspective on it, man.
I don't think it's pessimistic to look at our offensive rankings and question things.
I never said it was, man. I'm just talking overall about where we are. The state of the Steelers. That's it, man.
It could get better. It should get better. Deontay coming back. Use Jalen Warren more.
So,
there's some fixes.
So you mean to tell me we've been out here without our Pro Bowl wide receiver, huh? The guy that, if you remember, I hate to do this because I don't like to do it, but I'm going to do it right here. When we talk about the whole, hey, This is a player that, as fans, perception was one thing. As a former player, I came in here numerous times talking about Deontay Johnson's impact. Numerous times. We seen how it looked. We seen how I was even perceived behind it. But then you see when he's not out there what this offense looks like. And this is the part where it's like now everybody's clamoring for Deontay to come back. I'm like, bro, where was this when he was here? And y'all was ignoring this and y'all want to talk, well, it's dropsing. DG dropsing. All the drops. He can't catch it. He can't catch a goal. Just catch a pass. Right? All this other stuff. Man, caught damn near 100 balls, dropped 7, but he can't catch it. Just dropsing. But now all of a sudden when you see what he brings to the table on a snap and snap out basis, now all of a sudden Deontay is valuable. Fans, media, this is what we talk about in the sense of just back off of the pitchforks and, yo, it's got to be somebody's wrong. It's got to be somebody's fault. It's got to be circle this guy up. Because as you can see, it's not always that. As we can see, perception is not always reality. And I feel like at times that's what we deal with, man. At least from my perspective. But then again, I could be wrong. Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, the top rated sportsbook app. And yes, they are consistent. They are reliable. And they're one of them people, man, that when you just talk about, you know, using a platform, using an app that is user-friendly, that is going to do everything that you wanted to do, this is the people that you want to rock with, man. But more importantly, we know we rock with promo codes over here. So if it's your first time using the app, man, download that app. Go ahead, put the promo code MOTES in. So when you put that promo code in, all you got to do is make a minimum of a $5 initial bet, and you will receive up to $200 in draft deposit money, which is essentially free money available to you to utilize on the app to get more potential earnings. All right, it's a dope concept. But we also know that some people be tripping. Y'all know I stay tripping. And when you are tripping, man, you might know someone that has a gambling problem, crisis counseling, or maybe even need referral services. And if that is the case, man, if you're in New York, you see the number to text and dial. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER.